Dear students, in this video we are going to read the lesson Women Change the World. In the previous chapter, we saw how women's work in the home is not recognized as work. We also read how doing household work and taking care of family members is full-time job, and there are so specific hours. There are no specific hours to at which it begins or ends. In this chapter, we will look at work outside the home and understand how some occupations are seen to be more suitable for men than for women. We will also learn about how women struggle for equality. Getting an education was and still is one way in which new opportunities are created for women. This chapter will also briefly trace the different types of effort made by women's movement to challenge discrimination in more recent years. The next page. Here we can see 83.6% of working women in India are engaged in agriculture work. Their work includes planting, weeding, harvesting and threshing, etc. The next page. Fewer opportunities and rigid expectation. A lot of the children in Rosie Ma'am's class drew women as nurse and men as army officer. The reason they did this is because they feel that outside the home too, women are good at only certain jobs. For example, many people believe that women makes better nurse because they are more patient and gentle. This is linked to women's role within the family. Similarly, it is believed that science requires a technical mind and girls and women are not capable of dealing with technical things. Next paragraph. Because so many people believe in these stereotypes, many girls do not get the same support that boys do to study and train to become doctors and engineers. In most families, once girls finish school, they are engaged by their families to see marriage as their main aim of life. Breaking stereotype. Engine drivers are men. But 27-year-old Lakshmi Lankra from the poor tribal family in Jharkhand has begun to change things. She is the first woman engine driver for Northern Railway. Lakshmi's parents are not literate, but they struggled and overcame many hardships to make sure their children got an education. Lakshmi studied in a government school. Even in school, Lakshmi helped with the housework and did odd jobs. She studied hard and did well and then went on to get a diploma in electronics. She then took the railway board exam and passed it on her first attempt. Lakshmi says, I love challenges, and the moment somebody says it is not for girls, I make sure I go ahead and do it. Lakshmi had to do this several times in her life. When she wanted to take electronics, when she rode motorcycle at a polytechnic, and when she decided to become an engine driver. Her philosophy is simple. As long as I am having fun without harming anyone, as long as I am doing well and helping my parents, why should I not lead a lifestyle of my choice? It is important to understand that we live in a society in which all children face pressures from the world around them. Sometimes these come in the form of demand from adults. At the other time, they can just be because the unfair teasing by our own friends. Boys are pressurized to think about getting a job that will pay a good salary. They are also teased and bullied if they do not behave like the other boys. You may remember that in your class 6th book, You read about how boys at the early age are encouraged not to cry in front of others. Then storyboard. Xavier was happy with the result in his 10th board exam. Though his mark in science and maths were not high, he had done well in his favorite subject, history and language. When his parents saw his report card, however, they did not look pleased at all. My goodness, Xavier, you have managed only 65% in maths and your mark in physics are low too. I know, Mama, but it is okay because I don't want to take maths or science, I want to study history. Why do you want to take history? Think about your future. You have to got a good job. History will not help. It have no scope. But I don't like maths and science. Be sensible, son. Take maths and you can study computer side by side. The job market for computer is very good. Next part, you should read loudly with me because it is very important what we read before. That is not that much, that is like a story. And learning for change. Going to school is an extremely important part of your life, as more and more children enter school every year. We begin to think that it is normal all children to go to school. Today, it is difficult for us to imagine at school and learning could be seen as out of bounds and or not appropriate for some children. But in the past, the skill of reading and writing was known to only a few. Most children learned at the work their families or elders did. For girls, the situation was worse. In communities that taught sons to read and write, daughters were not allowed to learn the alphabets. Even in the family where skills like pottery, weaving and craft were taught, the contribution of daughters and women was only seen as supportive. For example, in the pottery trade, women collected the mud and prepared the earth for the pot, but since they did not operate the wheel, they were not seen as potters. In 19th century, many new ideas about education and learning emerged. Schools became more common and communities that had never learned reading and writing started sending their children to school. But there was a lot of opposition to educating girls even then. Yet many women and men made effort to open schools for girls. Women struggled to learn read and write. Then right side we can see Ramabai, her example. Ramabai 1858 to 1922 have share about her with her daughter emphasized to be the cause of women's education. One of the ladies she's giving and she learned, she was known as Pandita and because she know how to read and write in Sanskrit. Remarkable achievement as women then were not allowed learn more or to get knowledge. Okay, and she went on to set up a mission in Kedgar near to Pune in 1898, where widows and the poor women were encouraged not only to become literate but also to be independent. They were taught a variety of skills from carpentry to weaving, a printing press, skills that are not usually taught to girls even today. The printing press can be seen in the picture on the top left corner. Ramabai's mission is still active today. We are moving to next page. That is the learning to reading and writing led some women to question the situation of women in society. They wrote stories, letters, and autobiographies describing their own experience of inequality. In their writings, they also imagined new way of thinking and living for both men and women. Okay, next paragraph. Let us read about the experience of Rajsundari Devi, 1800 to 1819, who was born in West Bengal some 200 years ago. At the age of 60, she wrote her autobiography in Bangla. Her book, titled Amar Jiban, is the first known autobiography written by Indian women. Rajsundari Devi was a housewife from rich landlord's family. At that time, it was believed that if a woman learned to read and write, she would bring bad luck to her husband and become a widow. Despite this, she taught herself how to read and write in secret well after her marriage. I would start working at dawn and I will still be at it until well beyond midnight. I had no rest in between. I was only 14 years old at that time. I came to nurture a great longing. I would learn to read and I would read a religious manuscript. I was unlucky. In those days, women were not educated. Later, I began to resent my own thoughts. What is wrong with me? Women do not read. How will I do it? Then I had a dream. I was reading a manuscript of Chaitanya Bhagavat, the life of saint. Later the days, I sat cooking in the kitchen. I heard my husband saying to my eldest son, Bepin, I have left my Chaitanya Bhagavat here. When I asked for it, bring it in. He left the book there and went away. When the book had been taken inside, I secretly took out a page and hid it carefully. It was a job hiding it, for nobody must find it in my hand. My eldest son was practicing his alphabets at that time. I hid one of them as well. At times I went over that, trying to match letters from that pages with the letters that I remembered. I also tried to match the words with those I could hear in the course of my days. With a tremendous care and effort, and over a long period of time, I learned how to read. After learning the alphabets, Rajsundari Devi was able to read the Chaitanya Bhagavat through her own writing. She gave the world an opportunity to read about women's life in those days. Rohana Sundari Devi wrote about her everyday life experience in detail. There were days when she did not have women's rest, no time even to sit down and eat. Okay, we'll stop here and we will continue next day. Thank you. Have a nice day.